What's going on, peeps out there? Facebook. So I'm here to talk to you today about something that's really important to me. Now I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna admit some truth. I didn't plan out this live video. This goes back to the old days where I used to just finish a client session, have a key insight, or do have something that helped the client, and just boom, deliver it, deliver it, deliver it, right? So this might not be as polished as I'm used to, or you're used to seeing with me, but I'm here and I'm fired up about this message, and I got about 15 minutes to deliver before my next client. So anyway, I see someone's watching. If you're here with me, if you are watching and you are feeling inspired this morning, tell me about what's inspiring you this morning. What's lighting you up? What's got you excited? Something that's got me excited is actually this particular video that I'm just gonna bang out because it's about courage. It's about courage. So I committed to doing a courageous creator challenge for the month of September in my Facebook group, Drop the Armor Dojo. And so every day I'm posting content about courage. Maybe it's a question, maybe it's a video, maybe it's a little written piece, maybe it's a picture or meme, but like the idea is I'm posting about courage and I'm asking people to share what they're courageous about. And we're looking at redefining courage and embracing the courage we already have. And then next week, we're going to be moving into creating a big vision for our lives that's courageous. Okay. So now I see a few people are watching. Say hi, tell me you're here. I want to know who's watching. I want to know who's engaged. And as I go into this little story slash lesson, if you hear anything that resonates you, anything that excites you, anything that lights you up, I want you to drop the fire emoji below, or I want you to ask a question in the comments. All right. So if you're watching, and you're with me, drop the fire emoji, drop a comment or a question. If anything resonates or confuses or excites you or lights you up, I want to hear from you. Let's make this a dialogue, and I'll be watching and I'll respond. So essentially, I titled this video like, "You're fucked if you have a big vision for life without the courage to create it." And I really, in the comments, put like essentially what most life coaches or lifestyle gurus or personal growth gurus, whatever the fuck you want to call it, most of what they tell you is bullshit, right? Because here is what I want to share with you today. Most of the personal growth world and a lot of crossover with like the entrepreneurial world, the optimizer world, the high performer world tells you that you should never settle, tells you that you should have a bold vision for your life, tells you that you should actually dream big, that you should be willing to go after making more money than you make now, but to do it doing the thing that you love. It tells you that you should always go after the kind of relationship that you want. You should never settle for a lackluster sex life. You should never settle for a relationship that doesn't have the emotional connection you need or doesn't have the communication you need. That with your friendships and your social life, that you should go after exactly what you want. That you should go after the body that you want. You should really finally just live into the body that you want and go create it. And now I agree with all those things. I agree that as human beings, we have the capacity to go after a great life, to go after the things that we really want, that we have the capacity to live a life where we don't settle. But here's the thing that a lot of them aren't telling you. I notice this tendency for people to want to get really big in their vision and committed to their dreams. And when I work with clients, like I totally digged into that. The first few sessions are really about let's draw out your vision. Let's get rid of all the ways that you're hiding and playing small and hiding from the vision of your life that you could have. Let's get rid of all your excuses for why you can't have these things that you want. And let's dive into creating a big vision. In fact, like I do a 4-month program called Clear Head, which is all about vision, values, and internalized validation, right? So I'm big on you having a big vision for your life. I want you to have a big vision for your life. I don't want you to settle. But just creating a big vision for your life without being truly committed to the daily discomfort and the courage that it takes to create it is painful. It's painful. Actually, I'm going to tell you the opposite of what a lot of these lifestyle gurus and coaches are going to tell you. If you are not willing to challenge yourself on a daily basis to be emotionally uncomfortable, if you're not willing to risk your ego, if you're not willing to risk your relationships that you currently have to improve the life to go for the life you want, to move towards a bigger vision for what you want in your life, if you're not willing to be uncomfortable regularly and to cultivate the courage to have hard moments daily, then I actually don't want you to have a big vision for your life. I don't want you to believe you can make money doing something that you love. I don't want you to believe that you could have a sex life that blows your mind and a love life that's got the deepest emotional and spiritual connection, or that you could start a community, intentional community, or something, a movement that matters for you, or be a big activist that puts their identity at risk or their body on the line. I don't want you to do any of that shit. Right now, I'm going to tell you that if you are not willing to be uncomfortable on a daily basis and get comfortable with that discomfort, right? There's the paradox. Then I don't want you to have a big vision. I want you to actually let go of the big vision. Because here's the thing, at the end of the day, it's actually more painful to have a big vision for our life, for what we want over here, and to not be willing to do the things it takes daily, the courageous actions, the courageous conversations, the risk-taking actions, the little moments, the waking up early or the sleeping, whatever it is, like, it's painful to have a big desire for what you want and a big vision for what you want without having the courage to go after it. And I'm gonna lay out the scenario for you. But before I do that, I want to ask you, when do you do that? In what ways do you create more discomfort and more emotional pain for yourself because you hold on to a big vision for what you want in your relationship or in your career or in your social life or with your health? But at the end of the day, you're actually not willing to be uncomfortable to make the hard choices and take the small actions that are courageous every day to go create and live that life. How do you do that? When do you do that? Is it when you get excited about moving on and starting your own business, but you have this idea that you can't leave, and so you're not willing to take a year or two or three where you make less money than you did at your big corporate job? Is it when you say you want something better for your marriage? You say that you want to take leadership and that you want to actually improve the marriage and that you want to get healthy together, or you want to go to a therapist, you want to take these, you want to actually create deeper connection as the kids are leaving for college or whatever. And I guess, do kids leave for college during coronavirus? I don't even know. It's confusing. But the point is, where do you say that you have a big vision for what you want, but then you don't take the action daily to go after it? Right? And what's that costing you? I'm going to be honest. I'd rather you destroy the vision and create contentment for what you have than to hold on to a big vision that you're not going to go after. Because not going after something that you say you want and creating all this desire and creating all this desire for more or for different, but to not being willing to feel the discomfort that it takes in the liminal space to go from point A to point B, that is more painful than settling, as people like to say. That is more painful than having an easy career that doesn't light you up. That is more painful than having a comfortable relationship where you're set in your ways and there's easy patterns, right? So where do you do this? And I want to see some comments. If this resonates, I want to see some fire emojis. I see 5 people are watching right now. Don't hide, people. Tell me you're here. Let's make this a dialogue. If any of this resonates with you, drop the fire emoji right now. But in what way do you do this? In what way do you create a big vision for your life, but then have fear about the action steps it's going to take? Or I should say, let fear keep you from taking the action steps it's going to take to create that vision. Do you do it with your career? If you do it with a career, drop a 1. If this is you and you're like, yo, I want more for my career, but every single day I choose comfort. I choose to stay where I'm at. I don't rock the boat. Drop a 1. If you're watching this live or in the replay, if you do this with your personal health, if you say that you really want to get healthy, but at the end of the day, like, you're just not willing to let go of sugar. You're just not willing to hire a personal trainer and spend the time that you'd spend on some sort of volunteer thing that's really important to you, exercising or working out or learning new things. What's up, Art? Art, I know I got to call you. We got to talk, buddy. Where do you do it? Drop a 2 if that's you, if you do this around health. And if you do this around love, if you want your relationship to improve, if you hold on to a vision for improving your relationship, but then you don't take the daily courageous action to challenge the status quo, to have the hard conversations, to take leadership in moments where there's leadership necessary, drop a 3. It's okay. Telling yourself, no one's really going to watch that cares, right? It's going to be feel good for you to share. If you have a big vision for your life, when it comes to your relationship, there you go. Hey, Travinia, how you doing? Thanks for dropping that, right? Like, we do that to ourselves. We do that. We hold on to something big, But then we just don't take the small actions. And I'm telling you, trust me, that's more painful. Now, I only got a few minutes because I got to run for my 9:30 client. But here's the scenario that's happening with my client. I have a client who I've been with him through divorce. They were separated. He wanted to win her back. He hired me. We started working together. The divorce went through. I've been with him for about 2.5 years now as he's moved through big transitions to go from a director level to a VP level at work, to go to improving his skills, as I should say, skills and open heartedness is more like it, with parenting, co parenting his daughter. When he started dating again, when he created a new relationship. And now this guy's about a little over a year into a new relationship. And he's just stuck in this place where there's so many things that feel right about this relationship. And there's so many things that he really cares about, really loves, really admires about his partner. But there's one missing link. There is something that's important to him. He's got a value around a certain way of living, a lifestyle that is healthy, where his vision for his relationship is that him and his partner are both regularly exercising. They're challenging each other to get stronger and faster. They're challenging each other to be even healthier in the way they eat. And it's important to him because he wants to have an active lifestyle with a partner for a very long time. And he wants the woman in his life to be modeling that kind of lifestyle of health and vibrance for his daughter. But he gets stuck, and this has been going on for a little while now, and I really pushed him and challenged him today. He gets stuck in the excuses of like, well, what if I'm a bad guy for doing this? Or what if she thinks I'm a misogynist? Or what if she gets upset and leaves? Or what if worse, what if she actually loves that I challenged her? She starts to change, but then I feel bad about myself because I feel like I did something wrong, like that I was guilty, that I pushed her into being different from me. So here's the bottom line. Here's the bottom line, and here's the truth I want to drop on you. Here's the takeaway, if you will. If you want to have a life where you have a big vision for what you're going after, you want to be a purpose-driven entrepreneur that makes good money for your family. You want to actually go from having mediocre or average health to really feeling vital and energetic and healthy and feeling confident and proud of your body. You want to go after a relationship that excites you. You decided long ago that the status quo wasn't worth it. You decided that after your last divorce, your last breakup, that you no longer wanted to do the thing that we do, where we don't tell our full truths and we don't have a true alignment with values with our partner. That in many ways we settle for what's comfortable and what works and what fits into our lifestyle because we prioritize this or that, and love is just supposed to happen. If you have a big vision for any part of your life that you want to be beautiful, that you want to be beyond settling, that you want to be excellent, then you must be willing to feel the discomfort of regular challenge, of regular courageous conversations that move you from point A to point B. That's the bottom line. Now, how you do this is a whole nother level. We aren't taught often to develop the capacity to feel uncertainty and to be in tension. We haven't developed the capacity or challenged our capacity to actually feel the kind of stress that comes when you're not in danger, but emotionally you feel threatened to have a hard conversation with a partner, with a boss, with a business partner, with your child, with your employee. We're not challenged to feel, we're not taught to feel that moment where it's like 3 weeks into waking up at 5 a.m. because you want to meditate, you want to exercise, but you're not seeing results. And you have to tell yourself that, you know what, the discomfort is going to be worth it because there's going to be more comfort 20, 30, 40 years down the line, or 4 months down the line, or when I'm in the next traffic jam and I'm happy because I've meditated and I ran this morning and I've exercised all of the tension and stress out of me. So literally, it's about building the capacity. It's about building courage. Courage doesn't come through willpower. Courage comes through slowly building the capacity to do the things that frighten us. Courage comes from the capacity to say the thing that you think is going to piss off your partner and piss them off and realize it's okay, you can repair. Courage is going to come when you do the thing that you're terrified of doing and then nothing bad actually happens. And you feel this rush of worthiness and excitement and validation and aliveness and alignment with your values because you went ahead and did it. So, what I want to do is I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for your attention today, whether you're watching us live or in the replay. If you have questions, drop them. If anything resonates with you, drop a fire emoji. And here's the bottom line. Here's what I'm going to end with. You have the capacity to build the skills to create a life that lights you the fuck up. I believe in that. I value that. I truly stand for that. And you do it by daily making choices where you choose love over fear, courage over comfort, and creation or creativity over consumption and unconsciousness. Every day you make thousands of choices. And if more of those choices are around love and courage and creativity and creation, you're going to be lit the fuck up. You're going to have a great life with deeper love, with a sense of unbounded commitment, with a sense of grounded power, and with healthy relationships, a clear head, an open heart, and grounded guts. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you so much for your energy. Those are the most important resources on this planet besides your love. That's still number one, baby. So I will see you tomorrow for Drop the Armor Dojo. People, you're in the dojo. I might see you later today, and I will definitely see you tomorrow if I don't drop a live later today. Let's keep talking about courage. Let's keep encouraging each other to be creative and courageous and choose love over fear. We are here to redefine what courage is. We're here to embrace what courage is. We're here to create a vision that's courageous and learn to take the action to step into it. Love you. Peace. See you soon. I'm out.